Brighton and Hove Albion vs AEK Athens preview. This was Barcelona's 20th consecutive season and the first visiting team to qualify for the Champions League group stage. Royal Antwerp defeated AEK Athens 3-1 on aggregate to qualify for the playoffs. Hosts Barcelona recorded a 5-0 home victory against Real Betis last weekend. Robert Lewandowski scored for the third game in a row, and João Felix opened the scoring. The guest team also returned victorious from their international break, defeating Westerlo 3-0 away. Vincent Janssen became the top scorer, increasing his tally to 5 goals in the Belgian Pro League. Barcelona scored 13 goals and conceded 4, making it their 4th consecutive win. Apart from Pedri, Xavi didn't have any major failures. Ronald Araujo is considered fit but is likely to be on the bench for this match. Barcelona's team strength will be of great help in this match, as they are likely to make some changes compared to last weekend's 5-0 win. Meanwhile, Royal Antwerp played in the group stage of the Champions League for the first time, although they faced Real Madrid in the first round of the 1957 European Cup. They are led by former Barcelona midfielder Marc van Bommel, who won the Champions League in 2006. Apart from Bjorn Engels, who is on a long-term absence, and Sam Vines, who was mistakenly left out of Antwerp's squad for this tournament, there aren't many absences. Brighton and Hove Albion vs AEK Athens team news. While we are yet to see how Roberto De Zerbi will balance his side in league and continental action, we can expect a strong Seagulls starting 11 with some potential rotation from the win over Manchester United, with winger Julio Enciso remaining out through injury, alongside another key player Pervis Estupinan and Solly March both also missed the trip to Old Trafford. Evan Ferguson should emerge from the start to lead the line, having appeared as a substitute on Saturday, having scored 4 goals in the Premier League this season including a hat-trick against Newcastle United. Meanwhile, summer signing João Pedro also came off the bench and scored his 2nd goal of the season and should also start in support of the 18-year-old Ireland international. Barcelona loanee Ansu Fati could be handed his first start for the club on the wing after making his debut at the weekend. Meanwhile, Mahmoud Dahoud and Pascal Gross should return to partnering in the engine room, with Lewis Dunk and Jan-Paul van Hecke again slotted in to operate in the heart of the defense ahead of whichever goalkeeper prefers Jason Steele and Bart Verbruggen, both of whom have seen Premier League action this season. AEK Athens have several injury problems to deal with ahead of their trip to Brighton, with Majad Gacinovic, Paulo Fernandes and Rodolfo Pizarro absent. Meanwhile, experienced defender Domagoy Vida was forced off in the first half of their recent meeting with Olympiacos and may not be deemed fit to start. Aside from the Croatian's potential absence, Almeida is likely to field an unchanged starting player. Would prefer to be joined by Ezekiel Pons, who scored his first goal for the club at the weekend following his summer arrival from Elche, while Nordin Amrabat is also hoping to start in an attacking capacity. Elsewhere, Damian Szymański and Jens Johnson will hope to fight off competition from the likes of Orbel and Pineda to retain their places in midfield, while if Vida is absent from Thursday's trip, Gerasimos Mitoglu is likely to join Harold Mukodi at the heart of the back four from the start. Brighton and Hove Albion 4-2-3-1. Verbruggen, Veltman, Van Hecke, Dunk, Lamptey, Dahoud, Gross, Aguilera, Pedro, Fati, Ferguson. AEK Athens 4-4-2. Stankovic, Rota, Mitoglu, Mukodi, Mohammadi, Eliasson, Szymański, Johnson, Amrabat, Araujo, Ponce. Brighton and Hove Albion vs AEK Athens prediction. Lack of experience could be a problem for Brighton, but they have clear quality and their 1-3 win at Manchester United last weekend supports that. They have also beaten Newcastle United this season, the other club representing the Premier League in the Champions League, and Brighton should face week 1 of the Europa League group stages full of confidence. On paper, AEK Athens do have the experience advantage, and winning the Greek title cannot be discounted, but they have struggled over the last month of the season. In the autumn-winter of 2020, AEK Athens were beaten 2-0 at Leicester City in the Europa League group stages, and Brighton can certainly match that scoreline in their opening group game in 2023-24. With the return of several key players on Thursday, Brighton may have too much strength for AEK Athens to contain, and the Seagulls can cover a smaller Asian handicap line.